This is my baby, a 2021 Chevy Corvette 2LT HTC hardtop convertible. I absolutely love this car. She's my dream. I handpicked it and waited almost 9 months for it to arrive. Now, when you read anything on all of the Corvette enthusiast forums, the first thing you need to do is get a ceramic coat. Now, this car is brand new. Why would I need any type of paint correction or ceramic coat on a brand new car? Well, that's the big question, and why is it so expensive, too? There's a lot of things I can do, but I am absolutely not a specialist in this, so I want to be able to figure out what it is, why it costs so much, and how it actually works and what I should expect. So I headed over to a local shop near me that specializes in this to learn more. So this is a two-part video. If you haven't seen part one yet, make sure to go watch it after this video, where they teach you how to actually wash your car, the best way to prepare your car, the best products to use on your vehicle, the best chemicals to use, and how you and I should be doing it correctly. Now, let's learn what ceramic coat actually is and how it's applied to our vehicle. Welcome to Flying Wheels and welcome to my Flying Wheels YouTube channel. Today, I'm super excited because we're stepping outside of the box. We're doing something a little different today. Now, a lot of times I'll show you how I do things, how things work in my garage. Well, that's not what today's about. Today, I'm going to another professional for them to teach me and you how to ceramic coat a car. Tell you what, it was pretty expensive and I kind of got sticker shock. So this brought me to the idea of why is a ceramic coating on a car so expensive? So today we're gonna put an end to some of the myths, and we're also gonna learn how to do this together. I've been reading everywhere that when you buy a new Corvette, the first thing you wanna do is have a ceramic coat put on your vehicle. This car was so beautiful when I bought it brand new, but apparently the ceramic coat is gonna make the car 10 times better. So I took my car to Uber Reflections in Hampstead, New Hampshire, where they went far beyond what I ever would have expected an auto detail to be. I went in for a ceramic coat that was going to be about $1,500, and then after seeing how in-depth the entire process was and how thorough they are, I really wanted to go farther, so I had a wheel coating applied and a paint correction. And even though this car was brand new, they showed me how flawed brand new paint actually was.
Fully paint corrected, about 98% of the imperfections out. This gloss that you're seeing now is purely compounded and polished out. We have not coated it yet. We're actually getting ready to coat it and remove all the tape off all the trim. We have clients that have come up from Rhode Island, another client that has sent his car up to Florida for us to get, just because he sees the work that we do. So what we're getting ready to do now is we're actually panel prepping the car. Well, once they finish the windows, we'll go ahead and panel prep the car, and then from there we'll be able to coat it. What panel prep does is it actually removes any of the silicons that are left from the polishes, pulls all of those out and gives the coating something to adhere to. So ceramic coating, it's not ceramic. It's a nano-based technology that actually molecularly bonds. It's SiO2, silicon dioxide, that molecularly bonds to the paint and actually creates a harder shell on top of your clear coat. And so basically with this coating, what happens is it takes 12 hours for the initial cure for it to get wet. It takes a week before you want to wash it. It builds up a chemical resistance to help prevent light scratching, prevent tree sap from sticking. It helps prevent bird droppings from sticking. We basically try to keep it to where we get the top first, because you have to lean over the side to do the top. So we want to make sure that we're knocking out the top portion of the car first. So what he's doing is he's applying the coating right onto the windshield, just to help as you're driving down the road. When you hit 35 miles an hour, you're not going to have any more water on your windshield. It's going to be off and slide. Helps with visibility, helps with road glare. What he's doing now is he's actually prepping the second coating. This is the snake oil coating. This is straight up, doesn't look like you're putting anything on. As you can see, you don't see anything. And if you do, that means you've applied too much. And this coating does not go on the glass. And this will now give you 7 years of protection versus the 5 that you had before. And that's 7 years on a daily driven car. And this step, you're not waiting for a flash point, so you're buffing it off right away, which definitely decreases the amount of time that it takes to do the car. Paint corrected, ceramic coated, 7-year coating. We're going to leave the covers on the wheels. We're going to leave it up on the blocks till tomorrow when we go to deliver it. Wipers will stay up for tonight while the coating cures. It takes 12 hours for this coating to cure. After that, it can get wet. You don't want to wash it for at least 7 days for that coating to fully cure, and then it'll actually continue to cure over the next 30. Can't wait till Craig sees it.
It's been 2 days, and I am super excited to pick up my Corvette. I'm almost as excited today as I was when I picked up the car originally. I feel like a kid on Christmas morning. I'm extremely excited to see what this car actually looks like. Was it worth all the time and effort they put into it? We're talking like 10 hours, 2 days in a row, times 3. Guys, that's almost 60 hours they've focused on my car. And today, I get to see, along with you guys, if it was worth it and what it all looks like. Let's go inside. Hey, how you doing?
Not bad. Yourself?
Good. I've been impatiently for 2 days.
I bet.
Great to see you again.
As you can tell, it's Corvette day. Take a look.
You left it in the good lighting. That spot you pointed out that I got to watch you do is flawless. First thing I always think is I want to run the back of my hands. Is that okay or don't?
Really don't want to touch your car.
Don't touch my
We
car.
call them love marks because the car and they just want to touch it. Exactly. But unfortunately, even the slightest bit of dust at your car, you're sanding your car.
Oh.
So you want to try and avoid touching the exterior of the car as much as possible.
What about feather dusters?
No.
No feather dusters. So you see everybody at car shows using, don't use feather.
Those California dusters, they're sanders. That is just a good quick detailer on a microfiber towel. You spray it directly on a microfiber towel and then you can wipe it down.
In the day I bought it,
That's what I like to hear.
which is weird because that doesn't sound like it makes sense.
Correct. But yet I hear it all the time. He had a 2021 Challenger Hellcat Red Eye wide body, and when he picked it up, that was his main response. See, this is why I came to you, is because my car has never looked this good.
It is perfect. It's crazy. I think I got something in my eye. Even this little spot that I did, I don't think anybody would notice that now. Okay, so I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you, I hope.
I haven't washed this car. I went through a touchless wash once. I haven't hand washed it. I would never take it to a regular car wash. How do you recommend I wash it now?
Your best bet is to hand wash it. That's always the best bet, to hand wash it. We do offer a maintenance where we would wash it, bring it to me once a month. We can go ahead and take care of it. But you want to hand wash it top down, all right? Your front bumper next to last, your rear bumper dead last. Your rear bumper is the dirtiest part of your car. If you think about it, especially up here in New England, when you're driving down the road in the winter, what's the one license plate you cannot see?
Yeah.
You can't see the rear because it creates a vortex behind the car and all of that dirt and grime get pushed up against it. So you always want to do that.
Well, a couple other questions too then. Maybe I can figure out what's myth and what's good. So German, who does the detailing at my shop, loves to take his polisher out. I don't need that anymore, right? Don't do it.
Touch this with a polisher.
Don't touch it with a polisher. I'm gonna make sure, because I know the first thing he's gonna see on a dirty day is when I polish it. Don't.
No, especially with the, I'm sorry, I've seen him.
Yeah.
He uses a rotary polisher, and a rotary polisher is what creates your swirls and holograms.
Okay.
Right? It's fine to use a rotary polisher on a car that's really hammered out, that really has a lot of scratches in it, that cuts it down faster. The thing is, you have to finish that out with a orbital polisher, some
Okay.
kind of random orbital polisher.
And that's that small polisher you're using by your hand.
Correct.
Okay.
Our polishers are all, I do have a rotary polisher, but it's for cars that come in and are really, they need a lot of attention.
Okay. And then wax.
Not need wax on this car ever. A really good wax will last you about 2 weeks. You got to think about it as what it is. It's a wax. You go out in the sun, that wax melts.
Another question I had is the water beating off. I've heard it a few times from you guys that you said the water will just run right off the car.
So some coatings will sheet versus bead, which means it'll literally just glide down the car, but it won't bead. So that's sheeting. This will bead.
Now, how should I dry it?
So drying it, you want to use a good drying towel with some kind of a drying aid. You never want to dry it with just a towel. Water is not a lubricant.
Or I can buy myself a leaf blower that fits in the trunk.
That is the safest way to dry your car.
Leaf blower is the safest way to dry your car. You heard it from him. So what's left? Am I good? Do I get to enjoy it?
I went ahead and torqued down the wheels. I'm going to go ahead and do another segment. I'm going to go around and I'm going to torque them down one more time for you.
Okay.
You always want to go in a star pattern to even out your torque. You don't want it torqued down on one side and then it's not going to sit properly. And you're going to have issues. When we put center caps back on, we usually try to line them up with something. This is where your valve stem should be. But then I saw that you have Corvette written across your wheel. So I said, all right, you know what? I'm just going to point them all at the Corvette spoke.
All four of my wheels are pointed at the
Yes.
Corvette. The detail is in the details, I guess. Even these taillights glow all the way from end to end. They're just like perfectly smooth, like glass. I was given an additional gift I wanted to mention. So we took off the original decals that I made. These were made for us and donated by...
This was donated by a buddy of mine that owns Wicked Sticky Designs in Atkinson.
Wicked Sticky Designs, thank you so much. So he corrected everything for me and made us some new decals for our company car.
Last question that needs to be answered.
Yeah, what's that?
Was it worth it?
I think it's obvious. And that's what I would call an Uber reflection. What do you guys think? So we had just mentioned the theme today was like Corvette, Corvette, but just through chatting you had told me that you had a Grand National, there's a Subaru STI outside, you've been working on a Studebaker, a couple hot rods. So your theme isn't generalized to one specific car. You spend this much attention and focus to detail on all the rides?
Yes.
On everybody's ride. So number one, I want to say thank you because I originally bought this car to sell it. There's a huge margin on this car. I could have done really, really well. But day one when I purchased it, I fell in love with it.
Absolutely.
It got dirty. I still loved it, and I was driving it every day. Now I feel like I did day one again. I love the car. So thank you so much. Number two, Uber Reflections in Hampstead, New Hampshire. I absolutely recommend. I feel like this video is better than any Google review I could do. And it's not to sell Uber Reflections. It's to sell the work that you did to my car.
Well, thank you.
Because there are detail shops out there, and I want to show the difference between what you do versus even say like what I do. There's a huge difference. So I want to thank you very much. Uber Reflections on Facebook. We can find you how?
It's at uber.reflections.com.
Instagram?
At uber.reflections.
So right down below, there'll be a bunch of links to your Instagram, to your TikTok, to your Facebook page, to your website. 10% off to anyone that calls in and says you saw Uber Reflections on our Flying Wheels video. And then you always offer 10% off to first responders.
First responders and military get 10% off every time they come.
That's awesome. So I highly recommend it, even if you're far away. This is a service that I don't think I would have found anywhere else, locally at least. So thank you very much. I love my car again. This is amazing. It's been a great experience.
Very welcome.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate the support. This was a really fun one because I don't always have all the answers, so I love to share this content with other people in the field that have more expertise in certain industries than I do, and I'm glad that Uber Reflections was able to share this with myself and all of you. I hope you learned a lot, and if you did, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click that subscribe button as well as the bell to get notifications every time we make a new video. This is one of my favorite videos so far, not just because of this one video that you made my car look incredible. I'm hoping to put an entire series together. Why is ceramic coating worth it? What is a wheel restoration? Everything you did, I want to put into a few project videos so you guys can actually see why you want to do certain things. It's going to be a really cool series, and it's thanks to Uber Reflections. So for now, if you haven't followed yet, obviously make sure to subscribe down below.